Still hits one and stuff. So, when did you get this car?
I got this car right about last year, September, I believe. So it's been about a year with the car. I didn't really have any other plans. I just wanted to buy a car just to drive it until I save up enough to buy another car and a daddy, which is what I wanted. But I found myself deep in it, and I stripped it out, and I fell in love with it. And so now I have a different swap in it, and it wasn't part of the plan anyway. But
What type of swap do you have?
right now the car has a B20, low compression. It's from a Honda CRV, 2000 CRV, and there's not that much into it. It's making about 150 approximately. I think it's about 30 more horsepower than what goes in here, and it's a 2.0, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I mean, the original plan was to get a B20 and put a VTEC or V16 head on it, because it sort of increases the torque, and it sort of like went out of my budget, and so I had to go home and do the math, and I ended up sticking to a B20. I didn't want any other problems, and I thought that's something I can upgrade or do later on when I have the right amount of money or whatever. Well, with the project, everything is, I've had problems before. The car wouldn't start, but right about now the car runs. We used to overheat, but now it's good. It runs good. So at this point, I'm just a few things to fix, like the brakes. I need to bleed my brakes, and that's all. As far as the body-wise, it needs a lot of attention, but the car runs good, and the main part has been, dealt with. It drives, it runs, it starts, and it's healthy. When I bought this car, I just wanted to do a bunch of things. I've always been a stance type of guy. I always wanted to slam the car, put on some nice wheels. But as I worked on the car more, I realized, it wasn't about that. So now I'm more into stability, as opposed to stance. I really want a lower car and all that stuff. But the interior right now is gutted, but that wasn't my intention. I took off almost all of the interior off so I can clean the car. But I like the way it turned out, so I sort of like kept it that way. And it's sort of like a race car look, and I like it. So.
Do you plan to race the car and stuff?
I mean, of course, man. I might have a few races here and there, but I just wanted to build this car just to see my limits, just to prove my own strength. But I do want to race it. I do want to push it. I just want to see how it runs, and I've never been in a B20, so yeah, this should be fun. The experience building this project was, so many ups and downs. It's a different thing looking at a forum online, or taking advice from people, as opposed to doing it on your own. I had a lot of downsides that I had certain days that I wanted to give up the car, I wanted to sell the car, but I sort of like thought about how much work I put into it. I sort of like did my research, and I've had so many days where I just walked to the car, I just wanted to bang it, or just sell it and get rid of it and get something that runs. But I just didn't give up, so I kept working on the car until I got to where I am, and that has paid off. And I've had a tremendous amount of people that helped me out, my friends, they gave me help, and so it's good to have a connection of people that help you out when you need help.
So what happened to your hairline?
That's so good. Like out of all the things I've done, I've never had a swap of my own. So, going through the problems that I had with the car, the car not starting up, I sort of like lost hope, and I thought this maybe was something that I was not meant to do. But the day that the car turned on, I was by myself, but I was so happy I couldn't contain myself. I screamed a few times, and I was just I was just excited. It's a different feeling, I guess, when you put so much work into a car, and then finally it starts and it runs. It's just I can't even explain it, but it's just a feeling that you can hide. I didn't cry though, I'll tell you that. It's been about a year, I would say, but when I got the car, I thought it was just gonna be a month project. I thought I was gonna swap in the mod and just turn it on, and here I am, like 8, 9, 10 months down the line, and the car just started like a month ago. So all that time I was doing research, getting parts, parts that were not fitting well, and trying the car to start on, and the car started before and then me and my friend Brandon, we drove it until we got here, and then we left it here a couple of days, and the car wouldn't start, and I kind of got to the phase where I just wanted to give up, but we kept working on it, and it started again, and now it just starts all the time, and it's a great feeling. So it took a while to get here, but finally we're here. So.
Wow. Can you turn on the car just real quick just to see how easy it turns on?
Yeah, it's going to be loud. So. Getting the car roadworthy, it's all about, my part is just getting insurance, and like I mentioned before, I just need to get the brakes done. Otherwise, it runs. I just want to get it, running, to drive it for a little bit to see, if it can hold up. And as far as the mods, I've sort of like, what I did is I stuck to the mother parts of cars, like, I used other Honda parts, to modify the car. But I do have other mods: Skunk 2 short shifter, Skunk 2 66mm dotted body, and new tire rods, steering rack, the GSR transmission, and has a 91 GSR intake manifold. It says Skunk 2 on it, but it's a 91 GSR.
The half sports.
And I'm using hotspot shift linkage and hotspot mounts, which are holding up pretty good now. So the car right now is it's running on an open header, and it's really loud, and I still need to go full exhaust. I don't have the downpipe. It has to get welded so that it aligns with the rest of the pipe. I'm still gonna go do that, but later on I'm thinking about getting a different full exhaust for the car. Still open to options, so that's one thing I'm going to be looking at. And a few other mods that I want to do. First of all, suspension wise, I want to get a good suspension, coilovers. I want to do a front sway bar and maybe a rear strut brace or sway bar, either one of those two, so just to get the car stable enough. But otherwise, once I do that, I'll be ready to get on the body, and just in a few months the car will be ready to go.
What made you pick the Honda CRXi as a shell?
Actually, that's a good question, because I think I saw CRX driving one time to a car show. I think that was Panda Junction, and my friend was like, "Oh, look at the CRX," and I actually broke my neck. So I think I fell in love with the car then, and I chose it also because it's a great platform for a build, like for a starter. So many models, so many options, so many modifications, and it's also reliable, and it's cheap, and it's just a nice little small car that you can work on and do whatever you want to.
And so what do you plan to do with the body wise? Do you plan to do it yourself, or do you plan to take it to somebody?
I've done everything on this car myself. So I sort of like want to do the body myself too. I do have a little experience with working on the body, but it's rusted out on some of the, like on the quarter panels. It's really bad, so I might need somebody to help me out on that. So, but I sort of will do part of the body myself, like sand it down, get it ready, prep it for paint, and then I might take it to Mexico or a close friend or somebody that I know that does a good paint job. And I think that's the way I would take it.
I mean, you did do the engine bay and inside of the car. How do you feel with how it came out?
I painted the engine bay using I messed up the paint, the original red paint, and I did the inside interior of the car. It came out pretty nice. It came out pretty good, and that kind of made me want to do the same to the exterior. But I don't know how I feel about like 100 cans of spray can, but I will look more into it. Maybe that's something I'll do, just for fun, see how it turns out.
Does this car have any AC or heat?
So right now the car doesn't have AC, but it does have heat. It has all the AC components on it. I'm just thinking about holding off till the summertime so I can start replacing everything in it. And I just love AC in my car. Most people don't because a race car. But I'm gonna be driving a few people around in this car, so I need AC. And I do have heat, but everything works fine as far as I know.
Power steering.
Well, so the power steering, CRXs don't have power steering, but some people argue that they do. But the one that I have, the SI, the 89, does not have power steering, so it's really hard to move it, to control it, unless you get it going at least over 5-10 miles, per hour. It doesn't have any power steering, so I didn't really go that way. But I like the way it is. I just like to keep it like classic old, just to have other problems that come with it. Like the car doesn't have cup holders, and most people modify that and put cup holders. But I just like not having that. I just want to drive a car and feel like I'm in 1989 or whatever period it was made. So that's the beauty of it. And, yeah, that's it.
So would you recommend other people that are considering doing a swap? Do you recommend doing it?
I definitely do, because it's a different experience. Once you start doing the swap, you realize you run into a lot of things. Like before, I had no idea that how a flywheel was or how to change a head gasket. But now, if I were to run into a head gasket issue, I can do it in a heartbeat. It definitely teaches you a lot about cars. Like right now, we realize that every single problem that you have, and you can take care of. And I do recommend that people, get into swapping whatever cars they're looking for. Even if you don't have faith in yourself, I took a big leap of faith. I had never done this before, but I thought this is what I wanted, so I gave it a shot. And one thing, I'm not the first to say this, and I'm not going to be the last to say this, but just don't give up in whatever you do. Just keep going at it. Just have passion in whatever you do.
Would you redo this project all over again? The same body, the same motor, same everything. Would you redo it, or would you change something?
I would love to do this swap again because I've made a few mistakes while doing it, and I feel like if I were to ever do it again, I would do it the way I want and the better way. But as with that being said, I have other plans, but I'm just not going to talk into it because plans change. But I would love to do another swap in this particular car, just to give it a little more kick. But this is what I'm going to be sticking for now. So
I hope everything goes the way you want it to go. And any words you want to say? I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that helped me out build this car. It's not like when I say I built it on my own, it's not like I was by myself building this car. I've had people help me out on the Honda page, on the forums. I've had my close friends, Brandon, Sebastian, and a whole other people helped me out. So I just want to thank those people, man. I couldn't be anywhere without the help of other friends. So thanks a lot. So.
All right, AD. You want to shout out your page?
Yeah, I do have a YouTube page, but I don't really upload videos like that. But it has a few videos, and it's AB CRXsi, and yeah, let's check it out.
IG?
I don't even know my own page, man.
IG?
Yeah, so yeah, man.
Your IG?
My Instagram is AB_Ice King. Oh my.
Yeah.
James, man.
Yeah. I'm dead.